Good morning, good morning, good morning. We made it to day 21. I made it to day 21, where I have been going live for 21 days to help me, one, to become more consistent, hold myself accountable, and just living and thriving and using my gift and not running away from being seen, being invisible. So here I am. Now, we started this 21 days ago. It was a Friday morning. We met at 7 a.m. and here we are now at the close of this series, because that's all that it is. It's going to just be a close of this series because I'm not going to go away. We're still going to be here at 7 a.m., but only on YouTube and Facebook, and so we could figure something out with Instagram or TikTok where we can get better engagement and views. And then also, we are also going to only be going live for about 30 minutes. I'm working on a format. Having a format will keep me consistent and keep me to the point where I'm not like going on for hours, right? So, if you are new to this and you have not followed any of the other videos, and this is the first video of the series that you're catching, I want to introduce myself. I am Tanisha Shanae, Miss Inspiration. I am an inspirational speaker, lifestyle strategist, and author. I have been on this journey of using my God-given gift as a speaker to inspire people, to help them to activate healing, to activate a relationship, or wanting to have a relationship with God, and also, and my favorite, going out there and living life on purpose with purpose. So doing everything that God has purposed them to do. So that's what I do. And I want to just share a couple of highlights of the last couple of days that have been happening. And then after that, we're going to come back and we'll talk. So stay tuned for just some of the video clips of the last few sessions. And one day after class, she came to me and she was like, "Can you talk to me about God and my purpose?" And I was like, because again, she was very vocal. Like she was vocal. I don't want to feel like she was an atheist. I don't think she was. I think she was just really, she had church hurt. And she was like, "No, I need you to, can you help me understand what God is talking to me about, my purpose?" And I was just like, wow. Sometimes like the what's the name? Tri-Key said, sometimes you're there to shake them up. You may need to shake up their mindset, shake up the energies, shake up the spirit in them to get them back on path. God knows how to get people's attention. They have a group and now they invite you to come speak at their group. You don't know how these opportunities are going to just come into your life, right? He's going to send those unexpected, the things that you did not apply for, right? You're going to receive recognition and awards. I remember, I think it was like 2018 or 2019, when I received this award. Like this lady called me. I didn't know this lady. I didn't know her from a can of worms. And this lady was like, I found you online. I've been following you. I still cannot tell you who this lady was. Never seen her come up on my timeline. And that's why I say so many times people get offended. Oh, people don't like my stuff. You know, no one's paying attention to my content because I only got 3 likes. You might have gotten 3 likes, but if you look how many views, there's some views, and there are some people who would just put things on, they're taking it in, they're responding to it, but they might be washing dishes. Like yesterday, I was watching a live. It was a great live. I was just walking on my treadmill, right? I can't engage because it's a walking path. So I'm trying not to fall, but I'm listening. So that's what we have been doing. I'm looking at the wrong camera. So that's what we have been doing for the last 20 days. So like I said, I'm excited. Hey, good morning, Paula. Happy Friday. No, Thursday. Oh, it's not Thursday yet. Oh, I mean, it's not Friday yet. Jesus. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Um, yeah, I had to. I didn't add uh Instagram, so I'm trying to invite the Instagram people at least through Facebook. Let me do YouTube. Good morning, Bola. Yes, I am so happy I made it until Day 21. Day 21 is a huge thing. That's huge for me. It's huge. It's huge for a lot of people. Like a lot of people don't even realize how often so many of us don't stay consistent. And this is just a testament that one, when you just do what God needs for you to do, and don't overthink it, it's going to work out. And you have to just choose. And I have to choose every day to get up every day, and do this at 7 o'clock. Like today, I woke up probably like 6:21. And I was like, okay, let me make my coffee. Let me, make sure the camera is set up properly. I don't know if you noticed, I changed the light. I put the different angle. We're just trying to, yes, Paula, the consistency. Chef's kids, yes. So that is what I'm excited about. So today I just want to go, I want to, this is a reflective moment. And I'm just like, all right, God, I did it. What are some of the key points that I learned? What are some of the things that scared me? And yeah, that's it. So the 21 days, it actually happened at the perfect time because it was like right after I came back from my trips to Central and South America. And when I came back, I said to myself when I was there, like, this is your year. You're going to spend more time in Tulsa, but being a part of the Tulsa community, right? Like I said, last year was the year for me just to be comfortable here, just to allow my soul and my spirit to just rest, because it's you're going from a very high intensity area like New York City into a place like a Tulsa where you don't have all this commotion, you don't have a whole bunch of people. Tulsa has less than, I think the last time I saw, 440,000 people, whereas Brooklyn alone has over 2 million people. So that just shows how the difference of what my body is physically experiencing not being there. So I gave myself that grace in 2024, but it was like, no, if you're going back home, meaning like if you're gonna not travel for the rest of the first, like the second and third quarter, then you need to be in Tulsa and you need to be planting them seeds. And so I think I told y'all when I first decided to do this series, I had already like submitted my application to become a Tulsa Remote Ambassador. That is a role that I was really interested in from the time that I started the program, because once I understood what the Tulsa Remote Ambassador did, I already saw myself doing that through my YouTube channels. So many people started to follow my Tulsa remote journey because I was sharing literally from the day that I submitted my application. And if anyone remembers that, that's exactly that's how I started. And I just started going through that process and sharing how I was feeling, how things were going. And so that actually was probably the only thing that became consistent. Thank you, Bola. I think that was probably the only thing that did become consistent with me, because I would now go out to what they call, so the hosted visit happens typically the first week of the month. So they will have, different events. And so I used to go to a lot of those events. We used to have this one networking mixer. We still talk about that networking mixer. It used to be a good time. But something happened and that organization no longer provides that mixer. But I used to go to that mixer and literally I could just be sitting there minding my business, and then I would get someone, oh my gosh, you're the girl I follow on YouTube. You're the reason why I decided to come, or I decided to apply my TikTok videos. I have found people there. So, or they found me there rather, because I just put the stuff out and I just allow myself to be found. So I think that was really my contribution to being seen, being visible last year, was that mode. And I think that was a very helpful mode, because even when I spoke the other week, someone had said, they had screamed out like, you was the reason why I applied. And I was like, oh, and so I know what I'm good at. Even when we use Slack. And when I became the Slack moderator, they have like different roles, content creator, the person that polices the channels if people are breaking the rules. And so I remember having that conversation last year with the coordinator of of Slack. And so we are talking about the different roles. And so she was like, I know what role I think you would be good at, but what role do you think you'll be good at? And so at first I was like, I mean, I can always do the policing, what about policies and these other rules? Don't break them. I said, but it's trying to tell me to be the content creator. And she was like, okay, good. So we on the same page. And so she saw that as well. And so sometimes you just have to just lean into what you know that you're good at and just allow the magic to happen. So that is something that I'm thankful that I did do, was commit to that. And then that just quickly opened up the opportunity for me to speak at Tulsa Remote's anniversary. So I actually have a clip here that I want to share with you. In case you have not seen it, I actually had to I didn't find them. I had to reach out to my videographer and I was like, hey, can you dress up this video, the clip? Because one of my friends, she did it, and I love her. Shout out to you, Kendra. You did a great job. But it also was like the lighting, because it was like an intimate conversation. So they did not have quality lighting. So I had to get someone who's proficient in that to update this for me. So I'm just going to share a clip from that engagement that I spoke on the other day.
That is my goal. 2025 to be more visible, to be this inspiration. Some of you might see my messages in the community because I'm a Slack moderator, and I try to put those inspirational messages out there to just inspire us. And that's just all that I'm going to continue to do. And I just want everyone. I remember seeing a sticker downtown that said, "If you can't find it, create it." And that one I have actually held on to. And I tell so many people that when they go, oh, I want to do this, and I can't find this part.
So that is a clip from the speaking engagement that I did. And again, that was I feel like that was the highlight of these last 21 days because I was not behind the camera. It wasn't just going live. People were able to see me face to face, in person. And I think that is something to be very thankful for and to celebrate, because oftentimes someone will probably go through a 21-day challenge like this. Like, I'm going live and they only focus on live and they forget that whenever there's an opportunity to connect with people face to face, please do it. People they want to feel that energy. We can feel things through the video. Like, trust me, I've had many of times where I have encountered some phenomenal speakers, preachers, prophets, and you can still feel it. But when you're in the same space as that person, you really can oh wow, I really feel the intensity of what they're saying. There was actually a moment in that night where I actually did start crying, and half the room was crying with me. But it was just oh my gosh, Jesus. But Paula said, if you can't find it, right, that's it. So and that was exactly what, and I found the picture because I took a picture of that sticker. It was right downtown. There's a soul food restaurant called Fixins, and I saw it down there. And that's something that the one thing I can honestly say about Tulsa as a whole, that's what I feel like Tulsa is becoming. So many people are coming here with ideas, and then they're just I can't find it. Let me go out here and create it. So it's not just in Tulsa Remote. It's in all of Tulsa because it's drawing in business owners, entrepreneurs, creatives. So that's a really good model to keep. And that's something I'm just we're going to create it here. We're going to create this inspiration right here in Tulsa that people need, that they can thrive on, that they can, glean on whenever they need it. So that has really been my biggest challenge. Or my biggest highlight. Nope, that's not my biggest highlight. You know what my biggest highlight is? You. The people that show up, that tune in, that watch live, that watch the replay, that leave comments, you actually make this 10 times easier because I know that it's giving me purpose. It's this is helping someone. This is not just for Tanisha. I didn't know. Well, so I'm going to tell a secret, Paula. So I thought, because Paula is a member of Inspirational Trailblazers, and I don't pay attention to like when they sign up new people, I don't know if it gives me the first and last name, but I have a friend named Paula, and I thought that was Paula that had joined. And so when you had identified that you were a part of Inspirational Trailblazers here on YouTube, I was like, Paula's not an accountant. Like I remember we were talking about what you did professionally, and I was like, I didn't. No, that can't be. Paula never mentioned that. And that's what, and then it made sense because one day I said to Paula, I said to my friend Paula, I was like, Paula, I was like, did you find the last session purposeful? And then she was just like, yeah, she didn't even know what I was talking about. I gotta get her for that one. And Paula said, we're inspired by your commitment to inspire us. Yes. And that's actually, people ask me that. I'm like, I love helping people, and it helps me when I'm helping you. Like I don't think people understand it's an exchange here, It's an exchange of energies, good energy, because we're not exchanging no bad energy. We're not doing that. But it's like when I show up and then you show up, it's like you feel me, I feel you. Like it's just an exchange. It's so hard to explain. But that's that's the highlight of it, being able to see. And like I was looking at the analytics, I mean, it's nothing like we had thousands of viewers, and I'm okay with that, right? But I'm seeing a growth. I think my YouTube channel over the last 21 days has seen, I think, 4 new subscribers. Again, not magical numbers, but again, when we start seeing consistency, you start seeing people are going to now tap in. And so I'm excited for starting on Monday, how that's going to look. I was actually in communications with a YouTube SEO person because I know that there's more analytics that needs to go into setting up these sessions. So I know there's a part that I am missing. It's just become so like, all right, we're gonna either find these keywords and let's just have them copy and paste so we can easily just move through the different sessions. But that's something that I really am thankful for. The watch times on YouTube have definitely gone up. And also on Facebook, there are people that actually are sitting and watching the replay. Again, I understand that everyone doesn't comment and hashtag replay. Some people don't even know how to do that. I'm thankful that they can just even watch it. So thank you for just watching, even if you don't comment. And so yeah, so this means this is like officially I'm no longer hiding. I already drafted up my emails to send out to the 2 bookstores that I want to collaborate with, get my books in there as well. I know it's time for that extra expansion in here in Tulsa. And working on finalizing that workshop. So I think it was Suzanne. Suzanne might have been the one that had brought up bringing this whole workshop together, right? So this is really like, this could be a workshop about embracing your visibility, embracing it, walking in your visibility. And so we're going to now also make that into a workshop. So I am trying to figure out how to do that both in Tulsa and virtually at the same time. So I already know like we have an amazing abundance of people here that I can tap into, because I mean, I will always love to bring out my people from New York, but I don't got a budget like that. Like I don't have a budget at all. This is all starting from the ground and working my way up. But I really, like I said, I want to now start having those interactions in person. And I also have to go downtown this week because the first event that I want to host here in Tulsa live and in person is the House Hunters episode. So for those of you that don't know, I was on House Hunters last year, and a lot of people here in Tulsa have never seen it. And they are inquiring, how can I see it? And this is not back in the days when we all had cable. So HGTV, you just go to your TV guide and you would know when the episode comes on. It's not like that anymore. So some people are literally, they have HGTV and they would just start seeing the episodes. Like I know when the episode airs because my sister and I, we get messages from people like, oh, I think I saw you and your sister on TV. So I think it came on over the last week because my mother said that one of her old co-workers, when she went to the job, they was like, I was just watching your daughters on TV. And I was just like, okay. So I am going to put that out there. Oh, Paula got some notes. Paula got some notes for me to take down. Invisible. Stop hiding from your purpose. Okay, Paula. All right. Thank you. I hear y'all. Jeez. I like that one. We're gonna definitely put that in there. Trust me, yesterday Bola had me over there. Thank you. I'm on the wrong camera. Thank you. I appreciate you all because I look, I can brainstorm all day, and that's what actually causes me to like take my time because I'm trying to get all these ideas out at one time, and that's my problem, right? So I'm identifying the downside to my issues. But yeah, so I want to do something with the house hunters. So right now, Tulsa Remote gives us 3 years co-working space for free. For some reason I can't log into the account because they have like big conference rooms. So I'm actually gonna see if they will partner with me, the co-working space, to have this conversation because this can even flip it and have the conversation with a realtor or a mortgage broker, and we can talk about your next steps into home ownership here in Tulsa. We can talk about a program. Like, it's so many different ways that we can use this House Hunters episode and not just make it about Tanisha, but it would be an introduction to Miss Inspiration. And I want to give people that opportunity. So all of those emails are in the draft mode right now, and they're going to go out today. One conversation has to be done in person, so I will definitely do that. But I think they might be closed for renovation. So I'm hoping that if I cannot meet the person in person, I will give them an opportunity. I could find like an email online somewhere. Yeah, Bola. Like, I'm trying to just find ways to educate people, especially things that I'm not well versed in. If I was back in New York, I could have easily tapped into like MG the mortgage guy because he does mortgages. Or my cousin does flipping. He flips houses. He's also a real estate investor, so he does long-term investments. So I have a lot more resources there. Tulsa, I will have to like really tap in, especially since like I would love to work with MG, but he doesn't service Oklahoma. So it becomes like, okay, I can give you all this great information, but deuces, have a great day, versus having someone who actually can help those people who are ready to take action. So I'm just going to continue to do my part and, allow people who want to see this episode, and we can come together, like a fellowship, just have a good time, have a good conversation, and make it like an hour and a half conversation or full experience, be like 90 minutes, and then they go about their business. So I'm hoping that I can find a place that will allow me to partner with them, because again, girls doing this with no budget. So but yeah, and that's something I wouldn't want to like charge people, like, come watch me. Like, no, it's like so weird. Even though I'm gonna have to pay for a streaming service, but they have like these 7-day trials. It's okay. I'll do the 7-day trial. I will create a whole new email if I need to. So I just want to encourage you that are at home, that you have these ideas that you are passionate about, but you are not ready to take those steps. Like, I want you to make a decision and decide if you are really ready to stop hiding from yourself, because it doesn't benefit anyone. You have heard me share these stories over the last 21 days about what happens when we don't share, but what happens when we don't do our part, right? And it might not be as drastic and dramatic as there could be blood on your hands, if you don't do what you're supposed to do. But we just never know what we did miss. And every time that we don't take a leap, and we don't take a risk, we are putting ourselves back. It's very easy to get stuck in the negativity, the what ifs. What if this doesn't work out? What if this goes wrong? Right? But what if it goes out? What if it goes great? What if you learn so much? What if you make so much? What if you are connected to your purpose partner? What if you are connected to your next business partner? I've heard so many stories and testimonies over the years that what God can do when people just show up. Like there's actually an apostle that I follow. He's out of California. And this man was like, he was going through, but God kept having him show up and his car broke down. Someone brought him a car, long story short. And I mean, it was a brand new car. But because this man just kept showing up, he kept on doing what God was calling him to do, despite the trials and tribulations in his life, despite everything seemed like it was going wrong, he just continued to do that. And when he showed up, God was like, oh, yeah, he has a need. Let me go send my son over to him, and now they're going to connect. And now this person who I'm sending to their life, they're not asking for a down payment. They're not saying, oh yeah, I'm going to give you the down payment for you. No, I'm going to buy this brand new car off the lot in cash for you. Like that's how it works sometimes. So I think that we get stuck in oh my gosh, I don't know, this is going to work out. And you just never know what's going to happen next. You just got to keep showing up. Yeah, I would have loved at the end of day 21 to be like, guys, I met the love of my life. He saw me on YouTube. He inboxed me and it just went great. I would have loved that could have been a testimony. Hey, but I got a speaking engagement. People are always, like literally, these people they reach out to me and I love it. Because sometimes, and this is just like with teaching, if you're an educator, if you've ever been an educator, we always appreciate the students that we know they got something in them, but they don't like to speak out loud in class. So they'll send you a message or they'll see you somewhere on campus where there's no one else around. And then they're like, hey, Ms. Williams, I was what you was talking about in class. And then you start realizing and you just get excited because you're just like, oh, you've been quiet all semester, or you just all week you haven't been saying anything, but you know they have something to contribute. So I appreciate those people that might not have said anything the other week when I was speaking in person, but they still said something in private, or the people that are commenting, on social remote, I will post like inspirational messages at the start of the week just to kind of get people started. And then they will let me know, oh my gosh, your message is like always on time and I needed to hear this. And I'm just like, all right, God, I appreciate this because I know that this is what someone out there needs, right? And that is all that I just keep remembering. And then the icing on the cake, which is going to help me for like the next couple of months, I do moderating, right? I moderate for this company, this tech company. It's again, although I'm a facilitator, people find it so weird. They're like, so wait, because even like the people that I'm supporting, these are like oil and gas industry professionals, and they're conducting online trainings for this company. So when they find out, like, they're like, wait, so you are a professor, like and you're here helping me. I don't have a problem helping someone. Like, I'm never going to feel like I'm above anyone. Oh, do you know who I am? I know how many degrees I have. If I can support, all right, because, I'm a hustler, because that money is going to go right towards these home improvement projects that we got going on over here in Tulsa. And I received like a long list. These sessions start usually like 6 o'clock. Don't worry. Once they get started, they can stay over there. Shh, don't tell them. But now these sessions are going to start at 6 o'clock Central Time. So that means that I'm going to have to log in 5:30. So now my mind is already like, all right, Tanisha, while you're waiting for that facilitator to log in, because usually they don't log in at 5:30. But now I can get my behind on that treadmill in the laundry room and I can at least get start walking. Make sure that, my coffee, I always make sure my coffee is made. Even though this morning my coffee maker was doing something quirky. It was taking forever. So it was just like when I got that list yesterday and I saw how many days, and I was just like, oh yeah, God, you making sure you keeping me accountable. Like God is like, oh, you gonna get back consistent in other things too, not just going live, So I know like just going out there, getting up, being up and aware for like an hour and a half before I go live, that's exactly I'm going to need to get those ideas going and all of that. The love of your life can be watching the replay. Yep. Bola. We gonna speak that. I received that. Bola just said the love of your life can be watching the replay. That's right, baby. So you put hashtag replay in whichever video. And then he will hit me up after the 21 days, right? So he might have to go through them 21 days to realize, you know what, I think that's my wife. Now, everybody's not my husband. Please don't. I get so many DMs. Like that other DMs, I always like the message requested. It's a lot in there. It's a lot. It's a lot. I'll just be like, no, thank you. So, God forgive me. But yeah, so my husband could be definitely watching out there. Well, don't be laughing. Don't be talking about them people over there. But yeah, so and I was just like, I was so when I saw that list yesterday, I was just like, all right, guy, like you really gonna keep me on my toes with this one. And I'll be honest, the only time that I will probably have to miss, and this would be an advance notice. But I already got backup for that because the software that I use, we can pre-record, and y'all would just have to engage with me not fully being there. It's like the days that I have to travel. So whenever I go to New York, that flight is between 6 and 7 a.m. out of Tulsa, because I only do the direct flights. But that would be the only time. And again, that would be communicated, but there will be a video still playing, whether it's a replay of one of my other amazing messages, or it would just be a pre-recorded video of that day's message, and then it is put out there. However, no matter what, Monday to Friday, starting on Monday to March 31st, we will be here together. And yeah, we're gonna just have a good time. We're gonna bring inspiration. We're gonna, I'm gonna start adding like little things. So affirmations, it's gonna be a good time. I do want to play music, but I know that between Facebook and YouTube, and I monetize on my YouTube channel, so I'm not trying to like do anything wrong. So I have to really play with that idea to see what happens or how can I get around that. Whether it's just using music that they already approved, because we do, when you get monetized, you do get like a list of music. Same thing for YouTube, for Facebook. But I know with Facebook, you have to put like a disclaimer. So whatever. We're going to figure this out. We're going to flow with this together. All right. So before I jump off of this, remember I promised y'all, I have your freebie. I have this now downloaded. And I'm hiding my face right now. So I created this guide, 21 Days to Living and Thriving in Your God-Given Gift. This is a brand new freebie that is available. This is going with this particular series. So if you go to my link tree, you will be able to find the first link. It's going to be the first link. And I'm going to tell y'all, if you are interested in Inspirational Trailblazers, I'm going to tell you this. You want to get that freebie because I got a nice offer in there, but you only get that offer if you go to the freebie. I'm just saying. Now, if you're already a part of Inspirational Trailblazers, that freebie doesn't apply to you. You still have, if you are a current member, you still have the best offer out there. No one's ever getting that offer again. But that freebie has it. So you can go to my link tree. The link is in the description for both Facebook and for YouTube. And you can go right there. You can download that 21 days. It has a prompt. The same prompts that I've used over the last 21 days for myself, because you're going to use this now as a guide for yourself to get you back into your God-given gift, having those self-reflection moments. So the same way that I did this, you were just all part of my Dear Diary, right? This is my journal prompt, and I just use my voice of speaking and creating a video to have that happen. So you can do the same thing. Now, if you do decide that you want to do videos, I would love to be a part of that journey. So definitely use the hashtag Thriving as Miss Inspiration. I know you're like, well, why would I put your name? But this way I can find you. So you can still put Thriving as whatever your name is. But if you can add Thriving as Miss Inspiration, or just send me a message or tag me into the post, then I would definitely love to be a part of that with you as well. Support you through that journey. But that 21 days will, like I said, it will have the prompts, and then it will have like a guided question. I'm such an educator. I'm always trying to help people, right? So I gave you a guiding question that will help you to start journaling. So if you don't want to just use the journal prompt, you also have now something else that you can use. So yeah, so that's available. I made that promise. We made it to day 21, and now on day 21 you have that, and we will continue talking about this as well. And I will keep you all updated once we get the workshops finalized. Like I said, even if I have to do 2 separate events, where one is virtual and then one is in person for the people that's here in Tulsa, I would even say if you wherever you're located, if you have a community that you think would be beneficial for that would benefit from that type of workshop, talking about visibility and embracing their God-given purpose, please let me know. Tap in. I would love to. I travel. Don't worry. Like as long as it's nothing like crazy, and I need to take. I already got to take extra planes depending on where I'm going from Tulsa. But as long as I don't want to take like 8 planes to get there, we could probably work something out. But I would even love to even partner with you all as well. And so the last thing, as always, if you need to connect with me, if you have never, if this is your first time, you're like, who is this girl? What is she talking about? What is she all about? You can go over to my link tree and you can find out about me, my books, Dear Single in Love. You can also find the links to all of my social media, and you can find out about my community and my courses and blog. The blog hasn't been updated. We're gonna get that updated this weekend. Saturday I have free, so Saturday I will spend some time to update that particular blog. But everything else is on my link tree, and you can go out there and you can connect and find me. But yeah, so I am your girl Tanisha Shanae, Miss Inspiration. We have completed 21 days of being live. Shout out to you all, to Bola, to Paula, to Suzanne. I know we had someone on Instagram. I think Jesus Black Man. I think his name was Doc. We had those, like some people was just tapping in consistently. Nikki, my sister, not my blood sister, but oh, and I didn't even think about that, Paula. I'm happy that you meant this. I'm happy that you mentioned that this was such an uplift to National Women's Month. I never realized that this is National Women's Month, and we did this during National Women's Month. So yeah, that is definitely actually that's a great highlight. Thank you for mentioning that. So yeah, so I will be back. I'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, I think it's gonna be weird, like just to end off on a Thursday, like surprise. So yeah, tomorrow I'll be back. I don't foresee myself. Let me check this weather. Let's look at this weather because I gotta drive tomorrow. I gotta drive. What is the weather going to be? Yeah, they talking about rain in Fort Worth and it's cloudy in Oklahoma. Y'all just keep me in prayer for my travel tomorrow. Traveling down to Dallas. Oh, traveling down to Dallas tomorrow for the Millennium Concert. So I'm excited about that. But yeah, so I will go live tomorrow morning for about just quick, and then I'll hit the road before the weather gets a little crazy. So I love you guys. Have an amazing day on purpose, with purpose. Share this message. Drop a comment. Do all the things that you need to do so we can get more people here with us. But don't worry, I'm also continue to do my part. So I'll be back tomorrow, but we will officially get started on Monday at 7 a.m. with the new segment that's going to have a name, and you will see that. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a good concert, Paula. I went to the Millennium Concert in 2020, the last show before lockdown. Like they was in New York, that was the last show, and I think they were supposed to go to Jersey the next day. And by the time I got home, they had already announced that the concert in Jersey the following day was postponed. And then the world, as we knew it, just went bye-bye. It really went bye-bye. So I hope to have a good time and get to hang out with my sister. So yeah, I'm just praying for both of us because she's flying in and then I'm driving up, we're driving down. So, just praying for both of us and our travel mercies tomorrow, and that we just have a good time and then we can get back home safely with no incidents and all that good jazz. So just keep us on your prayer list. But yes, have an amazing day on purpose. I am your girl, Tanisha Shanae, Miss Inspiration.